Hi, Prepper 21 here. It's a cold, nasty, wet, rainy day. At least it's not snowing. December 14, 2020. I just got back from loading up boxes at Mount Olive Baptist Church, about 7, 8 miles away from where I live. That's where the county's been sending us on the county emergency response team to go and help load food boxes for a variety of places in the community. Big truck shows up from the USDA full of pallets for the Farmers to Families program. Each box contains about 30 pounds of food, milk, eggs, cheese, different meats, and each pallet has 45 boxes on it. Today was a rainy day. There's a good number of people that showed up, maybe around total of 20, from the church, from the community. A number of people then show up in buses, cars, and trucks to go ahead and get the food offloaded to them, and that's what we do. We tear down the pallets, load up the boxes. And I wanted to talk today about the importance of exercise and prepping. For me, exercise has been a regular thing in my life. A recent video, I think I provided some credentials to give me some validation as knowing more than a little about first aid and CPR. I also know a lot more about physical fitness than what you'll see in my other videos. My other videos are all about gardening, keeping honeybees, living life, enjoying it, and be prepared for things if things go wrong or if they don't. I don't talk about exercise so much. There's enough out there. I don't need to. But without exercise, none of that other stuff would happen. If we all have a pyramid of where we start, especially how we build our foundations of the day, mine is on that discipline of getting my mind and my body ready to face the day. I'm older, I'm 55, I gotta do this. So, I'm not wearing a Tough Mudder shirt just for this video, just happened to do it several times. So, some of my chops include, for anyone who's been in Army, U.S. Army basic training, in my class they only gave out one of these. It's a high PT trophy. And I was older than most of the people that went there. And Tough Mudder, been there 5 times, been there, done that, and then each time you go, they give you a different headband. So I was going to move on to a Grand Canyon challenge this past fall, but due to the pandemic, I figure I'd make a better use of my time by training harder, by looking forward, by really setting a big goal, and, someday I expect to get on top of Mount Fuji. So that's what we're working towards. All I want to really point out is when it comes to exercise, I disclaim everything as far as what you may see as a result of what happens to me be able to happen to you. Okay? My situation's different. A couple years ago, I couldn't even walk right. And then about 18 months ago, I had major spinal surgery, and now I'm pain-free. I'm getting my legs back the way they should be, and I'm getting strong, and I'm a lot thinner than I used to be as well. And I love that, and I want to ride on that, and I know that it didn't happen for an accident. So the purpose of today's meaning of the video to me is, I've always been kind of selfish in the way that I exercise or set my exercise goals. I've always done them for me. But now, as I'm older, I realize, more and more my family, my community needs me to be in shape and stay that way and help out. And now that, being pain-free and having to go through the CERT sign-up situation and then do the initial training, and now they actually need people to load 30-pound boxes for a couple hours on a Monday. So hell, I'm 55. What am I doing that for? Where are all the young people out there? Again, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is what's being, presented to me as opportunities. I have an opportunity to be pain-free. I have an opportunity to help the community more, and through exercise and regular commitment to that, I can always promise myself to start the day off well. And it's, something that you don't see in these other videos, but it really accounts for the joy and the energy that you see in them. So I'm not going to prescribe what I do to anybody. I will explain in the notes, in the description, my routine as it is now. It's not always the same routine. There's a woman, Yoga with Cassandra, on YouTube. My wife and I, we try not to start the day without her. And from there we go on to biking or playing tennis, weightlifting. Could be a number of things. I got old Junior here, homemade dummy. If you got questions about how to make your own, that's fine. But I got a good stick I can beat it with. I got the Kabara I can come down here and practice with. I've got tape for my hands. I got my bare hands. So while we're locked up, it's a long time being locked up already through this quarantine period, and you got to look at it like it's an opening. It's not a locking down. It's not a shutting down. It's an opening up, and through exercise, you will be able to explore new possibilities. I think that's the best way for me to put it. And lastly, I think what I'm going to do too, just to give you a little more insight into, who I am and what you're watching, with all my videos going forward, on those days that I happen to be, start the day off or in the middle of the day or in the evening exercising, there's always music. And I think some of the great music that's out there today really needs to be shared more. The music from yesterday, all kinds of different things pump me up. So I'm going to include the video of the day there too from the workout. So I hope you enjoy. Again, a little more insight for you into how in the hell that guy gets so happy about gardening or beekeeping. Well, it really starts down here and in here and with exercise, because, getting the mind right, getting the body right, the soul follows. It's and that shows out in the other videos, I hope, and the need for food. So all of this ties into food. I'm not going to talk about food or my diet. It's much different than what you would expect it to be. Very lean. I fast a lot now these days. And I think that's a really good thing for, people in my age group, and, something to think about, something to talk to your healthcare professional about, because remaining hungry a little bit every day has really, given me such an energy boost, and I really like that. And seems to work to be able to get more things done in a day if you ever thought that wasn't possible. So a lot of food for thought there, no pun intended. I hope you enjoy this extra little insight. And again, I'm no expert. I proclaim that, only what's in here has worked for me. I make no promises about anything else. But can you share what works for you? What do you do? How do you recommend people spend time and, maintain the good healthiness of the head and good healthiness of the body? Be a part of the community. Pitch in your positive information, and let's make this a good topic to share among preppers. Exercise. Exercise, exercise. It's never too late to start. All right. Get prepared. Get some exercise.